Okay, welcome back. Once again, I'm Cappadocia. Welcome back to another league game from Starcraft. This is another Platinum League game up here in the northwest. Playing as Red is me playing as Zerg, and down here we have in the southwest we have Mr. Plump Bear playing as Terran. So this is a game of not long finished, so it's quite a good one. So I thought I'd put it up. But yeah, tried something, a few different things here, but we'll see that. But yeah, it's quite a good one. This video could be a bit rushed. It might be going to be a bit late, so for that I do apologise in advance. It's actually a bit of a thing going on in my personal life at the moment, so it's been a long weekend, so hence the reason why it's going up a bit late. So for that I am sorry. Still, here we go. So at the moment I'm still droning, just building my hatch. Went for a hatch first, as is fairly standard for me. And Mr. Cuddlebear here is going for a barracks on the front, as is standard for Terran so far, but he does have gas at the back. With full 3 Marines on the gas, which leads me to indicate that there's something not quite right going on here. You wouldn't normally get that before this. So, got my little overlord coming out to have a look, quick look. Because this is 100 gas is a lot at the start of the game. At the moment I still have none. So you can switch that out for a reactor. If anybody's unsure what reactor does, basically it enables you to build 2 at a time. So you build 2 units at a time. So it can speed up your production quite nicely. Yep, there's the factory behind it. I'm assuming second gas as well. He hasn't fully saturated this either. I'm assuming he's going to go for... No. I was going to say a 1-1-1 build. But no, that's another racks. Okay, so he's going for 2 racks factory. So this indicates early pressure. With this, basically what he's going to do is probably add a tech lab onto this. I would... Personally, I'd go for a tech lab on both of them. But that's just me. Because I'd want stim. But I don't know what he's going to do, so we'll see. Tech lab, the reason why I figured tech lab for this one is because he's probably going to go tank. Cut the Marines out, just to scare away my overlord, if he chooses to. Now, this overlord over here basically is just to watch for expansions. If I don't see an expansion soon, then... I mean, I'm going for link speed already. As you can see, I've got a fair few links out. I'm going to push across. Him coming up here, him coming up here. There you go, grab that baneling nest and second gas to provide extra gas for extra banelings. Because I'm expecting pressure. There we go. Straight into tech lab, straight into research of stim. We'll go over here, starport. So it's a 2-1-1 build rather than a 1-1-1. But close enough. Now this little hit squad here could actually be quite dangerous. If he's got... There we go, a couple of tanks to back it up. Even one... Yeah, this is going to be a bit bigger than most. Most people push across the map with about sort of 5 or 6 Marines and a tank out of 1 barracks, 1 reactive barracks, and a tech labbed vehicle factory, just to produce enough. I'm hiding my force of lings at the back here, waiting for my baneling nest to finish. And I've got anti-air. Because I thought, to be honest, I thought this was starport. I thought he was going for a 1-1-1 with some pressure. And I was right, but... Not quite, but close enough. Getting a medevac up, I'm starting to send my overlords out, just to keep an eye on what's going on. At the moment I'm building banelings, and they're hiding. There we go. Okay, so he's pushing out now. He's got, if you have a look, 11 Marines and a tank, and a medevac. There we go. So, losses. But his pressure's going to pretty much end. I was hoping he might pull back a little bit here, but he sent out his tank out ahead. I've rebuilt some more lings. Yeah, just attack that supply depot. Make him have to come and fix it. He's now fully saturated. Lowers the depot. He hasn't bothered fixing it. He said he got another tank on the way. Going for... He's going for the competition going for here, Marine tank. So he has pulled back. Now I didn't know about this, so he has pulled back. I was expecting him to turn up at my doorstep in a minute. Going for one attack. At the moment, I am building up lings and banelings. And we push out at exactly the same time. Now that's interesting. So here we go. I'm moving across, looking for him. And we find his marines separated from his tanks because the tanks can't fit through the scab. Eat marines. Now he picks up and lifts. Which was a good move there. I'm chasing these guys down, they're stimming away. I didn't know about this guy. But here, he sieges up and just obliterates my banelings because they were heading for a baneling bust. So that was a good move on his part. So at the moment I'm going for my lairs just finished. He's putting a bunker at the back. That's fair enough. Because he obviously thinks I'm getting ready to do something big here. I know this is here, so not worried about it too much. And Vikings are very good at this actually. If you play Terran and you want to, if you're not sure about it, go out and use your Viking to hunt down overlords. A lot of Zerg will use overlords like this just to watch for things coming. They're very, very good scout units, and so taking them out really can cripple your opponent's sight. I mean, at the moment I had pretty good map sight, now I don't, because I can't see what's over this ridge anymore. I'll start to pull this one back, because I don't want him to come down this way and hunt it, so I'll pull this one back to make sure that my map vision remains a little bit. And so I send out my queen is dead, put some creep down, because on my view I can see on creep, can't see off it, so. I built an overseer as well, just to be on the safe side, because ghosts can be a pain in the ass if you decide to build them. But at the moment, I had a feeling I was ahead. Okay, so he salvages the bunker. Have a look. My PM's really slow. This is actually pretty good. At the moment, I'm just building drones. There we go. I'm building drones. He's sieging up. This is about right on saturation. What's he doing with these? Armory. Engineering bay. Okay. What am I up to at the moment? Not a lot. Let's get rid of that. Not a lot. At the moment we are just building stuff. We've got that on the way. We've got baning speed. We've got more gas on the way. We've got infestation pit on the way. So we're doing okay. Building our gateway up. Expanding. At this point I'm feeling pretty safe. After the damage that we've done, I didn't think he'd be attacking anytime soon. So I'm thinking he's going to settle down into be a nice turtle Terran and just sit there for me, which is basically what he's doing. In a minute he's going to mine these out. We're about level on supply. However, I've got a lot more workers than him. So he's ahead in army supply, I'm ahead in worker supply. The advantage for him, he has more units to hunt me down and kill me. The advantage for me, I have more money to make units. So 6 of one, half dozen the other there. So we're building that quite happily. I've got another overlord just sat there. Okay, we're going to start to expand. We're going to start to fill out this base. He's now going for 2-1. Okay, so at the moment I have speed, speed, speed. That's overlord speed, ling speed, baneling speed. He's got stim, combat shields, and +1 attack. He's also getting +1 vehicle attack, which is fair enough given the amount of tanks he's planning on building. I don't suppose really we can complain about that. But now I'm producing birdies, mutilisks. So basically I'm going for pretty standard against Terran, especially when Terran playing Marine Tank, which is Ling Bane Muta. I don't see the point in upgrading the mutilisks too much because my mutas aren't really there. They're there to cause a couple of things. One is to cause a reaction from him, and the other is to basically just do a little bit of harassment and picking off and try and target tanks where they can, maybe a few airborne units, but nothing. Mutas in this composition, mutas aren't there to win me the game. Right? That's not their job. Right, their job is to harass and cause a few problems. So we go up, we have a look. Now we saw the liberation zone, so I know there's liberators in the area, so I can't come through. So what do? I send my mutas in from the back. Now it's only a small flock of 6. He has no turrets at the back. Rather stupidly, I start attacking buildings. Well, this is what I want to do, because at the moment I'm ahead on income, and the adage for Starcraft is when ahead, get ahead. Now he's pulled a large chunk of his army back, and here come the Lings up the ramp. Gonna eat marines, eat tanks, eat what we can, and then run away. Now the reason why it looks bad on here, I'm about 1,000 resources lost ahead, but the majority of that is Lings. Right, he's lost. His income is down now. Okay, I'm making over 1,000, nearly double at times. You know, roughly a double his income, give or take. He has next to no SCVs left working here. This one's now oversaturated. By oversaturation, 18 out of 16. 16 is the optimum you want on here. You don't want any more than that. 2 per mineral patch. And he thinks this is the time to start adding a crap ton of barracks. No. What he needs to be doing now is getting this resaturated or establishing over here. Personally, what I'd be doing is I would be building another command centre and floating it all the way over there. There we go. Either there or there, and just start mining. Move all of these SCVs and just drone the crap, mule the crap out of this. There's not a lot left here. He could justify leaving these here a bit longer until that's set up, but he's not going to make a lot out of this now. So now I've got my third base fully saturated. I've forgotten about the gas for temporarily. I may not have forgotten about it, but I haven't got it going yet. There we go. He's going for 3-3. I'm going for 2-2-1 because I've also over here built a roach warren. Now the idea behind this basically was I was thinking for Ravagers. I don't think I ever built them, but I was thinking to myself, I want Ravagers. If he's going for lots of tanks, Ravagers are a good compromise, as are Broodlords. Okay, so he sends a Widow Mine out over there and buries it. Sends another one out over here and buries it. So he's trying to guard these entrances over here and over here. And now I'm getting an Ultras Cavern, and I'm also getting Adrenal Glands here, and I'm getting Roach Speed. I'm getting a couple more mutas. He's going for extra vehicle weps as well. So that's vehicle weapon 2. No vehicle plating, I notice. So he's going for all-out attack, no defense. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so he's also gunning, turreting up now. Still none at the back here. Oh, one. With a big enough mutaflock that this doesn't matter. So, you know, if I'd have built up more mutas. Something. Now I'm clearing out this area, clearing out the rocks where I can. And you're probably thinking, well, what the hell is the point in that? Well, the point is, I don't want him coming through in single file with this, because he can basically just sit here with tanks and I can only come through one at a time. So what I'm going to do is just push through, and he's knocked down the rocks over here. Okay, so this is going to stop me from coming through here. That means hiding. But it's going to stop me from pushing through here. Good plan. I'm doing the same again here. Again, because I don't want him just sitting here with tanks. I mean, basically on this, you can sit behind these walls as long as you've got vision on the other side. So just a medevac here or a Viking, which I know he has, or even one of the Liberator deployed. You need to liberate its cover here, tank here, nothing's getting through. He's walled up down here. Okay, I'm going to send my Lings out on a quick explore. I want to see if he's got a base here. Locks on, kills a few Lings. Now, normally people say that's a stupid loss, but I'm not really that phased. There we go. We know his arm is here. He knows where I am. So he guns up. Another couple of stupid losses, but I'm really not worried because now I'm starting to produce Ultralisks. And I need to clear space in my army for them. I need to drop a little bit of supply to get enough Ultralisks out. Ultras are very, very, very useful. Okay, so I'm sending my mutas out to pick this off. Now, center towers, that circle around them that you can see on the map, it shows you where your enemy are coming from. And I don't want him to see where I'm coming from. Denying enemy map information is vital. Now, I'm not going around. He knows I'm here because he can see me. Get a couple of shots on my ultras. And now I'm backing up. He's going to come and deploy one of these. See? Take another couple of pot shots. It's fine. I've got enough ultras. So what I'm going to do is just send these guys forward again. Just to pick this off. He responds by sending his entire army out. There. As soon as he starts to retreat, that's my time to go forward. And here we go. Baneling's crashing in. Even before 3-3 kicks in, his army melts. And I was coming back here to eat this. But he GG's out. But yeah, his army just absolutely melted. So, what did we do right there? I think I was pretty much on top for most of this game. I possibly could have finished him earlier. I was pleased with how I kept my economy going. Obviously, I could have done with a little bit more there. That backstab was very useful. That came off right. I think I did most things right. There are a few little things, throwing away a couple too many units maybe. I could have come, you know, I threw away, I think, maybe just a couple too many units to build up. I wasn't really watching certain things, like my economy back here, for example. I was missing my inject cycles quite regularly. My creep spread, because I didn't have overlords out, my creep spread needed to be much better than this, and to be honest, it wasn't. Again, you know, creep spread is one of my weaker aspects of my game. I'm trying to work on it, but in the heat of the moment I tend to forget. But the rest of it I was quite happy with. Hindsight, I probably wouldn't have built the right Schwarren, but that's not a major loss, especially when you can see how much money I was floating at the end. But then I had maxed out, so that's, again, it's not surprising. Still a few little Banelings left there. How many units did I have at the end of the game? He had not many. I had a fair few, so yeah, this was dead. As soon as these guys got over there, this was all dead. I mean, you know, and in a couple of seconds, that was going to kick in. You know, 3-3 would have kicked in on the Ultras, and it would have been, you know, is that 5-3? Yeah, they tend to tear through things when they get to that stage. Now, what did Plump Bear do? Let's have a look. So he started off with that pressure. He built a build to go and attack, get some pressure on. That was a good idea. He pulled back at the right time, to be fair to him. After the first Baneling wave came through from here, he did pull back, which is probably the best idea, especially after he lost that second attack there. He pushed out just at the wrong time, just as I was starting to move out. That's just one of those things. You know, if I hadn't pushed out at that point, and if he'd have stayed back, or if I'd have stayed back and he'd have pushed out, he would have been fine. But where we both pushed, and his army had separated because of the tracks through the rocks here, then that was the best position for me at that time. His raiding Viking going out, taking out my overlords, again, very good idea. Yeah, fair play to him for that. That was very, very, very on point. Exactly what he needed to be doing at that time. Expanded when he needed to. So I think the only thing was he needed to do a tech switch. He needed to get out of Marine Tank earlier than he did. He was starting to. I mean, a Raven up is always good. A couple of extra Vikings would have been good. Marauders were appearing by the time I came steamrolling through, but just a little bit too late. And Marauders aren't really... You need a lot more Marauders to tackle this, but you also need a lot more... Basically, mass Marauders... Tank Marauder would have been better by the end here. Defending this position here was good. I mean, putting these mines out all over the shop was good. But I just had too much by the end. His army just wasn't big enough to take mine on, which is a shame. His upgrades were good. He kept right on top of those, which is very, very good. It was just a case of the wrong army at the wrong time and a little bit of bad luck. I think on another day, he would have swamped me without too much of a problem. Yeah, I was lucky on this day that I beat him. But on another day, this map would have been his. He played really hard. Got a nasty itch. Hang on. There we go. He played really hard. Yeah, it was just a case of, you know, that backstab put him behind, and then he never really caught up. He was unfortunate on that. But no, I mean, I don't see too many faults in the way he was playing. So I can't really turn around and say no, he played really badly, because he didn't. it was just a case of I got ahead and ploughed on. The old adage, as I said, when ahead, get more ahead, and that's exactly what I did. And towards the end here, yeah, like I said, his army just melted. So I've still got most of my ultras. Still got a fair few banelings hidden at the back. I've got a fair few lings hidden in here to build more banelings. And yeah, my tech switch can continue. At this point, I'd easily be able to switch into a Great Aspire and go into Broodlord. I know Broodlord fall prey to these guys, but considering he's only got one Viking out, he's only got one starport, he's not going to do a lot. Going Bio Heavy was a good plan. I think I'd like to see a few from him, a few Hellbats as well. Again, extra armor just to soak up those attacks. That's what he needed to do, but obviously he didn't do it. But yeah, so that's what I think for him. It was just a compositional thing. If he'd have got Hellbats out, more Marauders, he would have survived this attack. And obviously the Marauders target, he did have Marauder slow, so concussive shell, so that's going to slow me down. But yeah, Ultras were just starting to tear through. And Lings as well. The Lings got there first. He was attacking a lot of my Lings rather than my Ultras, because that's why my losses aren't ridiculously high, because once you start chewing through Ultras, the Ultras are very expensive. But once my Lings got it in, he stopped to fight my Lings. Banelings made connections and just wiped his army through, and then the Ultras just picking their way through. It was just his army was just too squidgy, too many Marines. Like I said, Hellbats would have been good. More tanks, more Hellbats, and more Marauders. I think is what he needed. Alternatively, a shit ton of Ravens, and just put down auto turrets everywhere. That's the other option. A lot of people would say go for battle cruisers in this situation. I would disagree, purely because battle cruisers take ages to kill an upgraded Ultra. Especially, you put weapons in on them, fair play, but they take forever. Well, they hadn't actually put vehicle weapons on, not air weapons, so they wouldn't have done a lot anyway. But they do take an awful long time to chew down one of these. Ultras, where they've got a lot of health and a lot of armour, battle cruisers aren't the best thing against them. They're really not. Admittedly, the Ultra can't reach the battle cruiser to pull it out of the sky, but battle cruisers just take it forever and a day. By the time even if it had like loads of them, they would have killed off my Lings, killed off my Banelings, alright. But by the time they got around to killing my Ultras, I'm probably up here smashing through this lot. So yeah, again, and he's out of position as well. These pair, I get what he was doing. He's making sure I'm not coming around this way, but losing the sight here was sort of the biggest blow for him towards the end of the game there. But to be fair, he played really well. He was just a little bit unfortunate. So yeah. But anyway, this week, coming up on the channel for the rest of this week, we will have more of the EU4 campaign. At the moment, I'm still trying to organise a few other bits and pieces. They haven't quite come to fruition yet, but we'll see. Hopefully, it might happen. We'll have to see this week. But anyway, so keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that game. It was a tough one. It was a very close one. Right until the end there, he could have still won it. It was just unfortunate for him that I caught him when I did. But yeah, so for the minute, I've been Cappadocia, signing off.